Ken, you must have got a bit excited about the top hat and tails. Actually, bow tie and tails. This is a book, and it's sold 1,200 copies in the last 3 weeks, so it's being read. The first poem that I'll do for you tonight is a poem called "Don't Call Me Lad." Don't call me lad, Dad. Just don't call me lad. Got more hair on my balls, Dad, than you've got or had. I'm 18 years old, man, and I'll sink or I'll swim. Just don't call me lad, Dad. My name is James, or just Jim. And now that I vote, Dad, my party is green. Get away with those flags, Dad. Red and blue are both mean. You can roll up your sleeves, Dad, and slip on your tie. You can rant and lay guilt trips, but I'll spit in your eye. Yeah, I grow some plants, Dad, but I'm keeping it cool. For it's not a plantation, I'm not such a fool. I just can't find a job, Dad. Year 12 was a waste. 2 friends have just died, Dad. Too much of a taste. Yeah, I get the dole, Dad, though it don't do much good. But don't call me lad, Dad. I'd work if I could. Now I'm mellowing out, man. This homegrown is just wild. So don't call me lad, Dad. I'm no longer a child. So don't call me lad, Dad. I'm no longer a child. They wouldn't take me on, but the coppers, they soon cut me up and took me back. Chronic schizophrenia, the shrink said, but the Mandies, the Series and the Mogs, they make me do the silly things. Had some pink rock in me pocket, told them it was lollies, but they knew I whacked it up me arm. They found a pick. Makes me think I can jump mountains, that stuff. Just love the rush. And it stops the ducks and drakes when I'm coming down. The grass calms me too. Here's a poem for women in the audience, and also a poem for men to listen to too. It's called Poem for Annie. In a space of 20 years, she's had 3 husbands, 3 names, and 3 children, to remember 2 of them. And it's only in the past 5 years they've worked out who they are. But she knows about work. She spent a lifetime doing it, typing endless words, including these, or using others to answer phones, always too busy to check the pedigrees of those she stayed with, and they've all turned out mongrels that couldn't, wouldn't work. They beat her badly in each deal, or in the middle of the night, and she looked on while friends got diamond rings, and learned to hide when she got black ones. And then she met Brian, poor, misunderstood Brian, who needed a mother, not a wife. But they never married. She just lived with him, till he jammed a glass into her face, smashed 2 teeth and slashed a lower lip. But she's laid charges now, and that's a first. But only because he showed no remorse, was what she told me. And when a second son informed her that he'd found him, and smashed him in the face with his motorbike helmet till he cried, "No more," she cried, "You'll never beat violence with violence. And it isn't just a hair that's fair." But Mum, I warned him when he blackened your eye 6 months ago. I told him I wasn't a kid to tell a lie. Her stitches came out yesterday, and makeup will hide that slightly visible scar. The deeper one she's been working on with sedatives. Rounds go on in 2 weeks' time, so I can't call a fang. And I can only hope that then she'll never be crowned again.
NightClub Poetry Magpad. Street Poetry Lab, 1989. Poet for hire. No collars, no cuffs. But Geoff's book will get you in. Something must be working for this giant of the performance poet scene. In '88, he won their South Australian Carlu Fellowship, and then Ken Kesey took him to America. From the good old USA, Geoff toured China, Europe and Great Britain, and returning home, Graham Kennedy put him on national TV. Then he was the poet on the Gan. Ask Geoff about hard work.
Diane is 14 years young, but years older. Slim and slinky with spiky blonde hair, and wears black clothes over milky white skin. She's been placed in a community home because her mum's boyfriend loves her. Too much. And too often. It's for her protection. But she can't always be protected. Right now, she's found something that can't be taken and covered her arms in aggression. Swastikas, love hearts, crucifixes, and FTW in bold blue. I say hi, Di. Let me guess. Frederick Thomas Walton? Frank Terence Wilson? Francis Tony White? No, she screams, fuck the world. And from her black look, she might. The storyteller with the Jimmy Cagney moves and wonder, has the swagger gone? And when the headlines hit the stands, the cynic smudged the ink and cried, I told you so, I knew it, you could tell. What the last 15 months? It was only a matter of... A gambler, he always had an eye for things. A perfume girl, racing form, deck of cards, a billiard cue, or something new. And one Saturday, eyeing the bar, he reckoned he could fill a book and dropped his glass eye in his beer at 50 cents. Most had a look. The eye looked back, lolling uncontrolled, distorted in a golden haze, perhaps through fear, the chance of being sold. And the ladies who withdrew got a light from the noble sphere, felt threatened when he said, oh, take it out, look up your dress. Oh no, here's 50 cents, just leave it in your beer. And when he drew the winner, he'd really drunk his fill and sweared, you'll drink the beer, of course, my friend. But no one ever has. And each Saturday now, the odds ride with him, but they never will. Here's a poem for all the barmaids that might be in the audience tonight. It's called Taylormade. She slid along the bar, gliding to the clink of glasses, the swish and snap of a beer tap, and knew just what that customer wanted when he said, give us a bit of head, but smiled politely, as good servants do. But he obviously thought he could still be a chance. Slid his white ox into his overalls pocket and changed to tailors. Anything to impress. Said, you're new here, aren't you? On his next one. Where'd you work before? I was an SP, she said. Geez, I don't mind it, Beck. Wouldn't have picked you for a bookie, though. Not in a million years. Supporting parent, she laughed, tossing back her hair and moving up the bar. And while she was talking art to a bloke two up, he eyed a split skirt. Caught her eye and Beck noted he'd been to Pro's last opening, then switched to house white. And as she slid across his change, he pulled her closer with a wave of his head, said softly, I'd love to get in your pants. Her eyes flashed like the blinking fluoro above her as she replied, I'm sorry, but I've got one cunt in there already. I don't need another. And he hasn't been back yet for his tailors. Yeah, so that's sample of bow tie and tails, which will be on sale here tonight. I've got copies with me, so if anyone wants to get a copy after the reading.
How much?
$12.
Oh.
$20 for the pair of books. Here's a poem about a women's prison in South Australia, Northville Women's Prison. The poem's called Skin Deep. Northville Women's Prison, where cracks in the walls echo the fractured lives of inmates. In a teenage building, set on the same foundations as the occupants, the department patches walls. There's no underpinning, walls or lives. The prison's cosmetic, and rehabilitation skin deep. The front gates look like massive pop dog racks, and open, as electric as the atmosphere. Their impulses run on power, others are cut by power. In this prison, you don't eat prunes. Movements are controlled. If you're a minute early, you wait a minute. If you're a minute late, you wait 29. You're taught how to be mechanical, how to cook, clean, sew and knit, but you're not taught how to mend or untangle. Prison lawns are manicured, rose bushes pruned, a photographer's dream. But inside, plastering lives fall apart, and the women know even cosmetics need foundations. $8 for no collars, no cuffs. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Geoff. A very spirited performance. And that's exactly what we expect from the man who writes how it is.